Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were
and a big loss here as he's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Big stop, team. Big stop. Let's go.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
After the interception, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Mark 55. Mark 55. Plant.
Throwing on second and long. Rodgers, and this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Allison. Touchdown, Packers! Geronimo Allison with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes...
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's...
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Texans 17.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
To throw again, Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing now is Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Back north. 55, come on, guys, 55. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, let go. Check right.
Rodgers will try again on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch one, watch one. Whip. Watch the whip.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, here's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 8 yards out. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check for the 50. Get 300. Get 300.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Green 18. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared. 30. Hey, 4-1, Mike.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st down.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Miller. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Hey, pick it up, G. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 2nd and 9, Watson, and this one's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Rodgers to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Allison, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Rodgers looking to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves...
That's an odd game to watch.